Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome to the video. It's Brando Linick here, coming to you from my home office right now, and I'm actually excited. I just want to thank you here for a second for coming by and stopping by this quick little conversation. And I'm excited for the sole purpose and reason, which is because if you're watching this video, you probably want to learn how to actually be more satisfied in your life. And if that's the case, and it doesn't matter the aspect of your life, whether that be finances, business, personal relationships with your husband, your wife, your spouse, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, whatever the case may be for you, I'm going to share with you a principle and a tip that you can apply in any form of your life based on my personal experience going back about a year ago, before I was able to build a full-time income business on the internet and actually quit my job. Because before that point, September 12, 2014, I was a baker in a restaurant. I was baking biscuits, making soups, salads, making rice and potatoes. I was doing that in a restaurant, and if I said the name, most of you would probably know the actual restaurant. It's a seafood restaurant. It's pretty famous out there. But that said, that's what I was doing. Crazy busy restaurant all the time, and which meant I was always busy, always burning my arms on the stove, and I was doing that for 2.5 years. It was almost 3 years that I was at this job. And the funny thing is, on top of this job, I was trying to build a broken business for 2 years. I was trying to build a broken business on the internet for 2 years. My whole scheme was, throughout those 2 years, was to build a business on the internet, make up enough money, on the side of this job to supplement my income and quit this job. That was my whole scheme, because I knew working as a baker in a restaurant, I could go work as, a retail associate, a sales rep, I could go work in the mall or a kiosk center. I could go do these things, but it would be the same process. I still have a boss, someone telling me what to do and how to do it, a little bit of a different environment, still have employees surrounded by me who always complain and moan, and I didn't want that, all right? For me, having a more satisfying life meant that eliminating the workplace. That's what it meant for me personally, all right? I don't know what it means for you. Maybe it's the same. Maybe you can relate. But it meant for me eliminating the workplace because it was a negative workplace. There's negative people there. Everyone was always complaining and stuff. I didn't want that in my life anymore. I didn't want to be surrounded by that. I wanted to be able to do what I wanted to do, when I wanted to do it. That, to me, was a more satisfying life, being in control of it. So I was failing for 2 years trying to build a broken business online. And funny enough, summer of 2014, I had come across the law of attraction. I came across Bob Proctor in The Secret, and he was talking about paradigm shifts and your unconscious and not your unconscious, but your subconscious and your conscious mind. And when he was talking about this, I kind of brushed it off as rah-rah. And then I watched the movie again. And then I watched it a second time the same day. And what happened was, it was like I had shackles on my arms and legs, and it felt like that, and they just kind of busted off. It broke my paradigm of what I thought you had to do, of what I thought you needed to do to have a more satisfying life. Go to school, get good grades, go get a job, all right, with your diploma, and work your way up the corporate ladder for 40, 50 years, then retire and be on pension and try and survive off of $2,000, $3,000 a month with your pension or Social Security. And I realized that ultimately, I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to work my way up the ladder, and what I wanted to do was just be my own boss. I wanted to take control of my finances, and the reason why I was failing before, all right, and I wasn't having a satisfied life, was because I didn't believe I could actually do it. And this is a real breakthrough, and I want you guys to understand this, because if you want to accomplish something and it's been taking forever for you to accomplish, you want to quit your job, you want to put in your 2 weeks, you want to, be able to travel the world more, spend more time with your kids, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, it's not that, it's totally, the world's fault. It's your fault that you're not doing it. And it might be your belief system. You're procrastinating. Every time you want to take action and take the leap of faith, something pops up. You got to learn more information. You got to do this. You got to research more. And it eliminates you from actually getting the results that you want. And that's what happened to me. Every time I wanted to take action, take a leap of faith, I didn't really believe I could do it. And it wasn't until I learned this from The Secret and the Law of Attraction with Bob Proctor that everything shifted. And I decided in a moment, I made a decision that I was going to change my life and become more satisfied in my life. I decided that I was going to be successful building a business online, and my success, my idea of it, was making enough money to supplement my income to quit my job. I made a decision that that's what it was going to be. Alright, and at first I didn't believe it, okay, but instead of getting up every morning and not believing in it and dreading my day, what did I start to do? I started to visualize myself, see myself, hear myself, the environment, what it would be like quitting my job. I started to visualize all this happening. And for the first week, I didn't even believe all the stuff I was visualizing. The second week, I still didn't believe as much. The third weekend, I started to believe more. The fourth weekend, about 30 days in to this visualization process of getting up in the morning and just seeing what my ideal day would look like of quitting my job and being successful online, I absolutely believed with certainty that I was going to make it happen. That's it, period. I don't care what kind of roadblock would come in my way. I was going to do it, and I was going to do it fast. And what happened was I started to take action after that. What happened was I started to take massive action after that, not knowing exactly how I was going to do it, but I ended up coming across a mentor and a person who was building a business and income online after all these roadblocks that occurred. And this person was doing this, traveling all the time, spending more time with their family, eating the raw foods that they wanted to without worrying about the cost of them, being able to build a business and a life at the same time. Because they did that, I modeled them, and in 3 months' time, I was able to quit my job, create a full-time income business working part-time. Not average, not typical results, guys, but I share that with you to impress upon you. If you want to be more satisfied in your life, I want you to get very crystal clear on what you want to be more satisfied on. Finances, love life, whatever that may be for you, like we already discussed. Once you're crystal clear on what it is that you want, that you need to be more satisfied in your life, you need to start changing your habits, alright? For me, I had a habit of waking up in the morning and dreading going to work. I would already, prophesize what my day would be like. I don't know if you've ever laid in bed before and you're like, oh, I gotta work at 5, or I gotta work in the next hour. And you kind of predict and imagine and visualize yourself and how crappy your day is gonna be. That's what I was doing. And I decided instead of doing that, I would change it 360. And in the morning, I would get up, and I know in the morning you start your day off and it leads to the, however the rest of your day is gonna be. So I knew the morning was very crucial for how I could run my day. And I started to imagine myself and visualize myself quitting my job and being successful building a business online. That's what I did. And that's my idea of, being satisfied in my life more, being able to take control of my life. And like I said, I didn't believe it. It took me 30 days of practicing this to where I absolutely believed it, but I had a critical idea of what I needed to do. All right. I started to believe it after 30 days. After 30 days, I started to take massive action, came across a mentor, quit my job. All right, those are the 5 things that I did. All right, and you can apply this in any form and fashion. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's been real fun talking with you. Go out there, crush it. I believe in you, and you can do anything you set your mind to. You just got to get crystal clear on what you want. You're probably not going to believe you can do it at first. That's okay. You're going to have to take chunks at a time at it. You need to practice every single day at it. And when you absolutely believe you can do it after you practice for a couple weeks, all right, or maybe even a couple of days, you'll be faster than me. When you believe it, just take action. You're not going to know exactly what kind of action you need to take, but taking action, your subconscious mind will self-direct itself to where you need to be to get the results that you want. It's a funny thing how the world works like that and your mind works like that. It's pretty cool. So I appreciate you. It's been fun. If you want to learn how to get around the same group of people I've gotten around, you guys can always check out my site. The link will be down below. It's 123marketingtips.com if you want to learn to build a business and have a life online. Building a business, having a life on the internet. If you're coachable, trainable, you're willing to learn, check it out. And I will see you guys on the beach of the world. Take care.